And good evening, everybody, and welcome to high school basketball on the Golden Bear Sports Network. It's the second game of our doubleheader here on the Golden Bear Sports Network. It's the Bryan boys taking on Defiance. Bryan girls won earlier today. 40-22 was the final there, but we had a JV game just moments ago, and low scoring as it was, that game had an exciting ending. It was Logan Moss who hit the game-winning triple to send the Bears to victory.
A buzzer beater fadeaway three-pointer off the right wing. What a thing.
I'd call it the best ending you could ask for, but it's pretty good. I don't know if there's anything that ranks above it in my book.
No, I tell you what, that was sweet, especially after, lots of chippiness, both sides, lots of fouls being called at the end there. And then at the end, the Bears got the ball. They took a timeout with about 6 seconds left, inbounded the basketball, made it all the way around the side, and fade away, falling backward, and maybe even a foul on that one because he hit the deck pretty hard. But a great way to end the game for the Bears, and hopefully they bring some of that momentum to this game.
And they're going to be playing likely a pretty good team in Defiance. This is a team that comes in at 3-1 on the season. Most recently, they lost at home on Friday night at the hands of Shawnee. 52-29 was the final there. So you got to believe that Defiance is chomping at the bit, trying to get back on the right track.
Yeah, and the other thing that's interesting about Defiance is this is a team that didn't graduate very many people off of their team that was in the playoffs and made a pretty decent run in the playoffs last year. So this team is a well-coached team. Kirk Lehman has been there as long as I can remember. Superiorly well-coached. They're very good on defense, very good on offense, and it's just they're a good team, and it's going to be a very tough task for the Bryan Gold Bears. And in fact, our own Brandon Fisher served on the staff at Defiance as well, so he knows all about this team and all about Kirk Lehman.
Yeah, Brandon Fisher, of course, the head coach here at Defiance, and his team off to a 3-2 start, coming off a tough loss. Their most recent game, that was against Hicksville. 65-49 was the final. Up until that point, they had a pretty good winning streak going. They had won 3 in a row.
Yeah, they had, and they beat Napoleon, which is always a big rivalry game. They beat them by 4. They beat Paulding by 7, and then they beat Rossford by 15, and then that loss to Shawnee, for Defiance. And then the Bears had that opening loss to Ottawa Glendive. That was just a bad loss, and then the 3 wins in a row, and then the loss at Hicksville the other night. So both teams, as you said, 3 wins, and looking to add on to it this year or tonight's game.
Yeah, losing to Ottawa Glandorf, obviously that's a game you want to win, but Ottawa Glandorf, they play everybody tough.
Yeah, Ottawa Glandorf is a tough team, and the reason the Bears play Ottawa Glandorf, I've talked about this with the coaching staff for years, the reason they play teams like Ottawa Glandorf is because that's the kind of team you're going to see when you hit the playoffs. And so if you can play some of those caliber teams there, you get some experience. The league, our league, definitely a lot smaller teams than we're going to see in the playoffs. So playing the Ottawa Glandorfs, playing the Defiances, playing the Baths, those are teams like we're going to see in the playoffs, and that's only going to get them good experience as the season wraps up.
Of course, the Golden Bears this is one of 2 straight home games for the Golden Bears. They'll take on Bath on Friday night, a game that I believe we will have here on the Golden Bears Sports Network, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so.
Well, in the meantime, we will take a quick break, come back a little more preview, I beg your pardon. You are watching high school boys basketball on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
Chris Malinga, Thad Goff, it's going to be Defiance and Bryan, Thad. It's going to be a good game.
And one thing to point out is there's only one injured player on the Golden Bears Sports Network. That player, unfortunately, is Drew Peters, a guy that they were hoping to have back in time for this game. I was talking to Brandon Fisher about this just moments ago. They were hoping to have him back for this game, but unfortunately, it may be a couple weeks before he's able to come back. And, we saw what a difference he made on the football field, and there was a lot of expected of him on the basketball court as well. Unfortunately, not available, at least for this game.
Yeah, he is kind of that athlete that's kind of all good at everything he does. You know what I mean? He's a good basketball player, good football player. His loss is going to be missed, but you got to get some people to step up. I'm looking to see how Titus Rohr is going to play, Connor Lemons, and Reese Jackson. Reese Jackson is 6'7", the tallest kid on the court for Bryan, and he is still learning to play that post position. And I'm interested to see how he does, this year. in that post position. He's a tall, kind of lanky kid, and so in that post position, tall is good, but you also need some muscular strength in there, and I think he's going to pick that up, continue to improve on that situation.
Absolutely, and of course, early before the season, the expectation was that the Golden Bears were probably going to end up relying a little more on their size and their post play. You talked about Titus Rower at 6 foot. Well, you talked about Reese Jackson at 6'6" or 6'7". The main front court starter for the Golden Bears is going to be Titus Rower at 6'6". Other than that, the tallest guy on the floor as far as starters go is Caleb Zuber at 6'3". We'll see how the lineup looks as the game goes on and Brandon Fisher digs into that bench of his. But to start out, it looks like it's going to be a fairly small lineup. You're talking about guys at 6'1" and Connor, 6'1" and Cannon Lamberson, 6 foot flat Connor Arthur, and 5'10", I believe that's got to be Connor Shirky.
Yeah. So it's got to be 5'10".
Can't be 5'1". That's what it says on the roster, but ain't no way it's 5'1".
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so either. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how these guys do. Against the team that's a strong perennial playoff team in Defiance. These two teams really don't like each other. There's a lot of crossover. Coaches come and go from the places, and it always seems to be like they're trying to outdo each other in everything, and this is no exception here on the basketball court tonight.
And you look at this Defiance high school roster, you wonder if they'll try to rely more on tempo and dribble penetration and guard play, because the tallest guy on their lineup is 6'5" Alex Newton. Other than that, it's mostly you get some 6'3", some 6'2", all the way down to 5'9". So I got to imagine that they're going to rely heavily on their guards tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. And one of the things that they are going to preach is ball control. They're going to play tight defense, and they're not afraid to take it to the basket either. If you watch that JV game, they are all about fast motion, fast movement, and we're going to see that in the varsity game tonight as well.
Well, Bryan versus Defiance coming up in just a matter of moments, and we will take a break and come back for the introduction of the starting lineups here on the Golden Bear Sports Network. It's pretty obvious that there is a huge inventory of trailers at Jason Deach Trailer Sales in Edgerton. But what you can't see is how many parts they have available. Axles, brakes, doors, fenders, hitches, hinges, electrical, lighting, suspensions, tie-downs, toolboxes, tires, and wheels. If it's a part you need for your trailer, you can get it online or in person at Jason Deach Trailer Sales on the east side of Edgerton.
They say there is strength in numbers. In Bryan, we have always taken pride in supporting our Golden Bear student athletes in all of their sporting endeavors. The Bryan Athletic Boosters now have a chance for you to get into the game. If you're Bryan proud, it's time to become Bryan strong. Whether you were a BHS athlete, are raising a BHS athlete, or just love supporting our Bryan High School athlete, this is your chance to be part of the BHS sporting community. Talk to any board member today on how easy it is to join, or contact us at 419-636-4536.
Some people say that Bob Stanton and Santa might be the same guy.
Just like Santa, Bob makes people really happy when he hands them the keys to their new Ford car or truck.
Both are jolly guys who love kids and cookies. Plus, when was the last time you saw Bob and Santa in the same place at the same time?
He's got a point.
If a new Ford or Lincoln is in your holiday plans, come see Santa, Bob Stan at Bryan Ford Lincoln.
Tonight's broadcast of Golden Bear Sports is proudly streamed by BMU Cable and High-Speed Internet. BMU is your hometown local provider for digital HD cable and high-speed internet. Call BMU today at 419-633-6100 or visit us on the web at cityofbryan.net. Go Bears from all of us at BMU.
Back out at Bryan High School, it's the Golden Bears hosting the Bulldogs of Defiance here on the Golden Bears Sports Network. Chris Malanga, Thad Goff, about just ready to send it down to the public address announcer for the starting lineups. And Thad, we're ready to get this one underway.
Absolutely, and a big game it is. This is a Defiance team that's had a lot of success under Nick Lehman, and Lehman early on in his career had, I believe it was 4 or 5 losing seasons and 1 even season, but since then, a lot of successful basketball teams come his way, and I believe I'm not sure if he's been in the state championship, but he's had a lot of success.
Yeah, I think he's been in the state championship game. I can't remember. I think they did win it too. And it's, let's send it down to our starting lineups.
The visitors on the scoreboard, the Defiance Bulldogs. 5'10" senior, number 3, DJ Dobson. 6'2" junior, number 5, Will Lammers. 6'2" senior, number 10, James Seeley. 6'3" junior, number 22, Tyrell Goings. And a 6'5" senior, number 40, Alex Nathan. The Bulldogs are coached by Mr. Kurt Lehman, assisted by Bryn Lehman, Jacob Moore, and James Zachridge. And now the starting lineups for your Bryan Golden Bears. A 6-foot junior, number 2, Connor Arthur. A 6'1" sophomore, number 10, Cannon Lamberson. A 5'11" senior, number 11, Connor Shirkey. A 6'6" sophomore, number 12, Titus Rohr. And a 6'3" junior, number 20, Caleb Zuber. The Bears are coached by Mr. Brandon Fisher, assisted by Chad Bassett and Steve Lamberson.
There you go, the starting lineups. It's like, you got the music going, the whole student section wearing the white for the whiteout. This is like March basketball.
Nothing like a little Metallica to get you started.
That's right, absolutely.
Bryan and Defiance getting set to tip off, and we talked about the guard play moments ago. Something else worth noting for this Defiance basketball team. They've got just two kids that average double figures on the season. Those are Tyrell Goings and DJ Dobson.
Yeah, Goings is, he's a good player for them. And so is Dobson.
It's going to be Titus Rohr and Alex Nathan to tip. There's only about a 1-inch height difference between the two of those guys. And we are underway. Titus Rohr tipped it to himself. And I think that's why they're going to they're going to give the ball to Defiance.
Yeah, they just give the ball to Defiance at that point. He kind of missed it. I thought I touched a Defiance player first, but...
Well, the inbound is to Dobson. Again, he's one of those 2 double-digit scorers on the season. Man-to-man defense by the Golden Bears to start out. The feed inside to Nathan. Backing in. Count the basket. We get an early bucket in this one from Alex Nathan and possibly a 3-point play.
Foul is going to be on Cannon Lamberson. That'll be his first, team first. And that will put Nathan at the line to shoot 1.
And it is a successful 3-point play for Alex Nathan. And the Bulldogs will come out in some early full-court pressure. The 1-2-1 zone press, and that pass is high and taken away by Dobson. To the top of the key for Lammers, and he's called for steps.
So each team with an early turnover here with only 30 seconds gone in the first quarter.
The bucket of the game so far resulted in a 3-point play, but here's the first possession of the game for the Bears. Excuse me, well, technically the second possession if you count the inbound. The feed to Shirkey. Connor Shirkey puts it in.
Nice move there to get it to Shirkey with the bucket.
You might probably heard the PA announcer. He's 5'11". Step back jumper in the lane. It's good. James Seeley.
And again, that pressure coming out. Bears quickly break it.
Quick feed, and they're going to wave it off. Titus Rower off for traveling. He was about to bring this crowd to his feet.
Yeah, you know, he needed one dribble.
He definitely took 2 steps. Looking for the feed inside. Instead, they get it to Lammers. Lammers on the drive. Contested shot. Rolls off. Nathan the board. And Shirky grabs the rebound. Up the floor to Connor Arthur. Open 3. Zuber. Too strong. Ripped away by Rohr, and he's fouled. Heck of a play there by Titus Rohr after the mishap, and you can bet that that's something Brandon Fisher wants to see out of these guys, is some resiliency.
Absolutely.
Make a mistake on one possession, make up for it on the next one. The lob in, and Lamberson wasn't ready for it. And a bucket the other way for Tyrell Goings.
Quick 7-2 lead here for the Bulldogs. Bears need to just play under control.
Got that press going, and that's all the way to the sideline. And, you know, that's beyond Connor Arthur, and Brandon Fisher calls a timeout.
That's wise. They have 4 turnovers already here. Just a 30-second timeout just to settle the team down, get them focused on what they need to do, maybe discuss that press break a little bit. But, yeah, 4 quick turnovers for the Golden Bears here in the first, 2 minutes of offense.
You know, on that last possession, you can't help but notice it looked like Connor Arthur had a chance to go after that ball, and instead it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, I mean, you got to figure out a way to break that press, whether it's bringing more guys down, setting some screens, whether it's, sending some guy long and just whipping it down there. But that was too easy. And even the inbound under there was way too easy for him.
Absolutely. Defiance going to take over with a 7-2 lead. Talked about Tyrell Goings averaging over 20 points per game on the season. So far, he's got a bucket early on. DJ Dobson has yet to get on the scoreboard, but we're only 2 minutes into play. Turnaround floater is good. Alex Nathan.
That's 5 for him already.
And the Bears beat the press this time. Down 9-2. Arthur looking to drive.
Now you need to settle and run their offense.
Defiance set up in a 2-3 zone. Golden Bears try to move players around without the basketball. And we're going to get a 3-second call.
Wow.
I think that was on Zuber. Reese Jackson will come into the game, so for the first time, we got one of these coaches dipping into their bench. I don't believe Kirk Lehman's dipped into his bench just yet. Here's a 3, and that's an air ball.
Big time.
And he was out of bounds. Nathan was out of bounds when he went for the ball.
Will Lammers just chuck that up, man. And they're going to actually pull that press off right now.
This is Connor Arthur at the point.
He had the wide open look, just didn't put it down. Bad miss.
Caleb Zuber had a good look from 3 and couldn't knock it down. And Zuber, he hit the game winner. I believe that was in a game against Tenora. 40-38 final. Yep, that was the Tenora game. We get a foul before the shot.
That'll be on 22, Tyrell Goings.
And a sub here for the Bulldogs. It's Jack Vanderhorst. Jackson finally gets it in. Here's Shirky trying to penetrate. Jackson kicks it back out to Zuber. The Golden Bears with a little taller post players this time with both Rohr and Jackson on the court. And that ball goes out of bounds.
Another turnover for the Bears. That's 6 already.
And we'll get another substitution.
Austin
This is
Dean will
Austin
come in.
Dean.
Zuber's going to have a seat.
So the Golden Bears get a little smaller. They've got really 3 guards on the floor right now. Basically the traditional 3 guard and 2 post players. This is Vanderhorst trying to get inside, instead kicks it back out. Dobson was open, but Dean able to close in.
Dean's a fast little guy.
Well, we saw that firsthand during football season. I think
absolutely.
he had what was it, a 90-yard touchdown return?
Yeah.
Or kickoff return for a
At
touchdown?
least 90.
Dobson nails a 3.
That's his first 3 points of the night. And they
there's
put that press
again.
back on. Yep.
Up ahead to Jackson. Jackson, little Euro step, and he draws the foul.
Wow, that's interesting that they called that. I didn't think, I thought he had position underneath, but we'll take it.
And it is going to be in the act of shooting, so Jackson will head to the line, and 2 very critical free throws coming up here for the Golden Bears.
And what's even better is that's the second one on Goings.
First one good.
And he'll come out quickly.
Into the game is number 30, Caden Klein.
And also Nasir Mitchell comes in.
3:56 left to go in this first quarter. Bears fell behind early, trying to dig their way back. That'll help. 2 for 2 from the line is Reese Jackson. And it's 12-4 in favor of the Golden Bears. Tough shot in the lane, and it goes. Jack Vanderhorst. Here's that press again. This time the Golden Bears seemingly had no trouble beating it. Kick to Jackson along the baseline, trying to make his move. Gets it into the post, and stolen away. Dobson to the corner. Pull-up jumper too strong, and the tip won't go. And they're going to call that a jump ball. And the arrow will give it to the Bears.
Connor Lemons did a good job of grabbing that rebound and then holding on for dear life as Defiance tried to steal it from him.
Here's Arthur out on the wing, well guarded by Dobson. Jackson along the baseline. And we're going to get a little hand check foul here. That's going to go on James Seeley. Another substitution. This is Adam Queen coming in to give Shirky a breather. Golden Bears have dug into their bench here in the early going quite a bit. And here's Queen with a one-on-one matchup out on the wing. Looks to drive the lane. Back outside to Dean. Feed down low for Jackson. Trying to spin his way to the basket. He got it.
That's a nice move by Jackson. I said earlier, he's a little undersized. He's kind of a tall, lanky kid, but that time he hung in there against Mitchell and was able to make a basketball move and get to the hoop.
Jackson at 6'7". He's the tallest kid on this Golden Bear roster, but right back at him, there's Nasir Mitchell to extend that lead back out to 10.
When you got a guy that can play the post and shoot from outside, that's a good thing.
Out to Dean, feet inside. I believe that was Isaac Lamore, if I'm not mistaken.
No, that's Connor Lemons who's in there.
Oh, you're right. Lemons, number 32.
I think Queen missed that shot.
And we get traveling is called on Vanderhorst on the other side. Well, we've already seen, you mentioned earlier these fans don't like each other. That's been almost made clear with all the jawing from the crowd.
Absolutely.
Screen from Jackson. Here's Dean. Looking down low for Lemons. He gets it to the basket and a foul. Well, Lemons Looked like he might have been the tallest guy in that bunch.
That's going to be on Mitchell. That'll be his first, team fourth, actually fifth.
So 2 free throws coming up for Lemons. And the first one rims out. Well, free throws critical at any stretch of the ball game, especially for a team trying to claw their way back in it, as the Golden Bears are. 0 for 2. And it remains a 10-point lead for the Bulldogs. High screen set by Klein. And we get a foul down low. That looks like it's going to go on Austin Dean.
It does. His first, team second. Caden Klein, the son of Kevin Klein, who coached Bryan for many, many years.
That's out of bounds. Bryan ball. Off of Vanderhorst. And the Golden Bears will take over.
That's a third turnover for the Bulldogs.
Golden Bears had some early trouble against the press, but right now, Defiance is backing out of that press. Certainly got what seems to be a comfortable lead at this point. We got a lot of basketball left to be played. Dean double teamed, loose ball. Right through the legs of Queen. And Mitchell with the drive, he scores.
Mitchell now with 4 on the night.
There's that press again off the made basket. And a 12-point deficit. Shot fake, Lemons loses it.
That's the point. You need to go up and hope you get fouled.
Kick it over to Vanderhorst. Less than a minute to go here in this first quarter, and the Bears down 12. Mitchell with a turnaround, left it short. Well, you know, the Golden Bears are certainly in this, certainly not out of this thing just yet. Down 12 seems insurmountable at times, but only 18 points so far for the Bulldogs. They're not, this thing's certainly not over.
That's going to be on Dobson. That's his second. So now with fouls, you got Dobson with 2 and also Goings with 2. Those are their 2 leading scorers. So getting them in some early foul trouble is a good situation.
Golden Bears can hold for the final shot of the first quarter if they choose to do so, but down 12, I'm not sure that's going to be the approach. This is Connor Shirkey back in the game. He drives. Jackson posting up inside, and that's a foul away from the ball.
Wow, Queen,
That's on Adam Queen.
They got a player control foul on Queen. That'll be his first.
It looked like the Golden Bears were trying to hold for the final shot of the quarter, but now Defiance will get a chance to do just that. Lammers nearly lost it. He had defenders all around him. That shot no good. And that's the end of the first quarter. Defiance with an 18-6 lead over Bryan. And we will come back for the start of the second quarter in just a matter of moments on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
The hands-on training and education at Northwest State opens doors for good paying career opportunities with great local manufacturers. That helps me, my family, and my community.
There comes a time when every family is faced with the difficult choice of aftercare for a family companion. In the past, your choices were limited to burial or cremation. Now there's a better option, Aquamation. It's a gentle, more responsible alternative that allows you to honor the loss of your companion without harming the environment. Aquamation is a simple process similar to Mother Nature's own that allows the family to retain more of their companion's remains. To find out more, call or stop by Creel Funeral Service today.
Back out on the Golden Bears Sports Network, BMU Channel 3, BryanSports.com, and WQCT Bryan. It's Defiance 18, Bryan 6. Start of the second quarter. Here's Thad Goff.
And for those of you listening on WQCT, the Golden Bears are going left to right on your radio dial at this point of the game. And have struggled with turnovers so far in the ball game, including the foul on the last possession away from the ball.
Here's an interesting stat so far, Thad. Bryan just 2 for 5 from the field.
Just 4 of their points coming from the field, also 2 more from free throws. Lammers drains a 3. And it's a 15-point lead for the Bulldogs. Golden Bears were on a 3-game winning streak up until the game against Hicksville, where they lost by 16. Loose ball stolen away. Jack Vanderhorst. Lammers well guarded underneath. They're going to call a foul.
Oh, I don't know.
That would look like minimal contact.
And it looked like he was well guarded. As you said, I think that's the best way to say it.
Turnover, that definitely was a heck of a defensive play by Vanderhorst. Meanwhile, in the game is Colin Motes. Making a blocking foul on Shirky.
I just don't know, like, when you come out, you put your hand out to push the guy away, how's that a block? I just don't get it. Like, I don't understand what they're looking at right now.
Well, you're trying to affect the guy's vision, make it difficult to pass the ball off. Common to the game of basketball. I don't think that should be a foul either. That's an air ball. And I think that was Vanderhorst who missed that one. The Golden Bears certainly with a chance if they can get a run together to get back in this thing. A lot of basketball left to be played. Can they get a run together? Shirky looks inside. We haven't seen a whole lot of dribble penetration from the Bears today. Feed inside, contested shot, and a whistle, late whistle.
That was a late, really late. I was just about to say, where's the foul there? But a very late whistle. And you know what? That's Mitchell's second. So now 3 of Defiance's big players, Goings, Mitchell, and Dobson, all with 2 fouls.
As a team, the Bears are 2 for 4 from the free throw line so far. And Titus Rower will step to the line to shoot 2 here. Right off the front. Into the game is Alex Nate. He's gotten a good long rest there on the bench. He's the tallest kid on this Defiance roster. 1 for 2.
They keep the streak alive. It's 50% from the foul line.
Golden Bears down 14, and they'll put on a little pressure. Dobson getting it across the timeline for Defiance. Kick to the corner, Dobson. He's only made 1 basket tonight. There's a turnover forced by the Bears. Out and running is Lamberson. He had it poked away from behind, but it's going to stay with Bryan. That was Mitchell who knocked it out.
Boy, good job by Lamberson. Head up to get down there quickly. Realize he had a guy. Try to make some protection of the ball.
Tyler Goings back into the game for Defiance. Zuber finally gets it in. A long inbound to Jackson. Again, it was Zuber who had the game-winning shot in a game against Tenora. That was the 2nd game of the season for the Bears. Got Zuber in the middle of that zone, and now he comes out. Jackson was looking for the stop-and-pop jumper. Over to Shirky. He'll take the 3. No, too strong.
Nice
Offensive rebound Rower. Another try. Zuber. That's too strong. Shirky tried to throw it off of Nathan, and he did, but it didn't go out of bounds. Shot fake by Seeley. And the bucket inside for Nathan.
That was a nice move. You think you're going to get open 3, everybody converges, and you throw it inside where there's nobody.
Those 2 threes on the last possession, I believe, were the first 3s attempted by the Golden Bears. They're 0 for 2 on the game.
Yep.
Gets to the corner, Zuber. It's it back to Shirky. Titus Rower with a pull-up jumper, left that one short. Well, this zone defense, Defiance just seems to be daring the Bears to pull up for 3 or for a mid-range 2. 3 for from the corner. Dobson, it's short. And the Bears have it. Another chance if they can get a couple of baskets together. And a kickball called on Seeley. 4:52 left to go in this second quarter. I believe it's mostly starters on the floor right now for the Golden Bears. 3-ball for Zuber, in and out. Ripped away by Tyler Goings. This is Lammers, kicks it to the corner. Bears in the man-to-man. Goings for 3, left it short. Again, if the Golden Bears can reel together a couple of baskets, they're very much alive in this thing. Seems like Defiance has left a few opportunities out there. That one's taken away by Nate. Cross-court feed, and they get it into Goings. Goings trying to back in, loses the ball, gets it back. That could have been a turnover waiting to happen.
Just off his fingertips.
Dobson gets a couple of screens. Here's Seeley. Loose ball, Goings recovers, and he traveled.
Just Defiance's 5th turnover on the night. Bryan has 14.
Again, if the Golden Bears can find a way to take care of the basketball and get a couple of buckets going, there's still a chance that they can get back in this game. It seems like Defiance has left some points off the board these last few possessions.
Bears just not get their outside shot is cold and they can't get the ball inside.
Arthur was thinking about it. That's another kickball. As Zuber gets set to put it in play, he does to Arthur. 2-3 zone again. And Defiance just daring the Bears to take a shot from the outside. Into Titus Rower. Shirky trying to get himself free. Rower. Close in quickly. Connor Arthur was trying to dribble inside, and they closed in on him fast. It was Dobson who got it to him. Pull up from the baseline. It's good. Connor Lemons.
First bucket in a long while for the Bears.
First bucket of the game for Lemons. Dobson left it short. Out of bounds. Bears ball.
Well, there's the Defiance fans are booing on that one. I kind of get their point. Both kids had the hand on the ball. It could have been a jump ball. They declined to do that. Just they gave it to the Bears out of bounds.
Jump ball would have given it to the Bears either way.
Right, but they lose the possession arrow that way.
Right. 2-3 zone again by Defiance. Lemons again, loses it, gets it back. Good resilience there by Lemons after the near turnover.
I just think you need to take it to him and, you either can get a block or a foul.
Right now, Golden Bears working the ball around the perimeter. Good feed. Rower couldn't put it in. Lemons. Jump ball. And yeah, the second official did confirm it is a jump ball. It'll stay with the Bears. That's kind of what you were talking about, where they could have called the jump ball on the last possession.
Yeah, it was exactly the same motion.
Long inbound to Lemons. That's out of bounds off Defiance. Jack Vanderhorst is the one that touched it last. It'll be Zuber to put it in play for the Bears. Connor Shirky out on the wing. Good ball movement, but a loose ball and a turnover. I said good ball movement, but it's ripped away. And that jump ball's going to go to Defiance.
Yeah.
When I said good ball movement, obviously you have to do that against these zone defense because you got guys trapping and double teaming all the time.
Well, Lemons was there on like the right block, and he looked like he was going to take a shot, and then he bounced past it over to Rohr, and Rohr just couldn't put a handle on it. Right idea.
Bears down 14. Still a lot of basketball to be played, but less than 2 minutes to go in this first half. This is Naton. Tough jumper, gets it to go. Alex Naton falling away.
And he has 9 on the night. He leads all the Defiance scorers, all scorers.
Shirky was thinking about a 3. Arthur will try one, too strong. Jackson had the board. Shirky comes down with it. Now Zuber will try. Can't knock it down, and the Golden Bears still don't have a made 3 in this game. That foul's going to be on Bryan.
That's going to be on 32.
Connor Lemons.
Yep. Yeah, there we go. That's his first.
Zuber had the game-winning shot. The game against Tenora, second game of the season for the Bears. Spinning in Vanderhorst, tough shot, air ball.
That only gets the chance at air ball. Louder.
Zuber around the perimeter.
Bears need points right here.
Less than a minute to go. Shirky drives. That was a tough catch for Arthur. He doesn't have to go up and get that one. Might be looking at a 3-point attempt. Jackson trying to make his move. Out to Arthur. 3-second violation. I thought that call came after Zuber went out of the paint.
They were calling it on Reese Jackson, who remained in the paint after that, trying to get that shot off.
And now Defiance can hold for the final shot of the half if they choose. And even with less than 30 seconds to go, there's no shot clock in high school basketball anyway. Well, in some states there is, but not in the state of Ohio.
What we don't need here is a foul. No reason to put him at the line.
Colin Motes gives it up, down to 5 seconds. It's Vanderhorst with the ball in his hands. He's going to put one up before the half, and it's short. And it's 25-9. Defiance leading Bryan as we are at halftime. You know, we'll talk more about this at the back end of this break, but Golden Bears certainly not out of this thing, even though they're down 16 points. That seems insurmountable, but there's a lot of basketball to be played. More on that when we come back from this break here on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
It's been said a million times, there's nothing in the world more important than family. We understand that at Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory. Our entire staff is like family to us. They are some of the most caring, thoughtful, and dedicated people in our industry. In fact, our newest members are part of my family. When the time comes for your family to say goodbye, remember our family, Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, in Bryan, Sherwood, West Unity, and Hamilton.
It's pretty obvious that there is a huge inventory of trailers at Jason Deach Trailer Sales in Edgerton. But what you can't see is how many parts they have available. Axles, brakes, doors, fenders, hitches, hinges, electrical, lighting, suspensions, tie-downs, toolboxes, tires, and wheels. If it's a part you need for your trailer, you can get it online or in person at Jason Deach Trailer Sales on the east side of Edgerton.
Here at the Williams County Veteran Service Office, our mission is plain and simple. We are here to serve our local Williams County veterans and their dependents. We are staffed with trained service officers who have the compassion and understanding to assist their fellow veterans in obtaining all federal and state benefits that they have earned. Additionally, we provide emergency financial assistance and transportation to VA medical centers. So if you're a veteran or a dependent of a veteran, stop in today and see how we can help you at the Williams County Veteran Service Office.
Back here on the Golden Bears Sports Network, it is 25-9. Defiance leads Bryan at halftime. Thad Goff along with Chris Malenga. Well, the Golden Bears, yes, they're down by 16, but as you watch this game, I just can't help but get the feeling Defiance has left a lot of points off the board. The Golden Bears, they could get a couple of shots to fall, get some runs going, they can get right back in this thing.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, Bears only scored 9 points, 6 in the first half, or quarter, 3 in the second, but Defiance had 18 in the first half, but the Bears able to hold them to 7 in the second quarter. And so, you know, if the Bears can continue to ratchet out that defense a little bit, but they need to have some shots to fall because they are really, really struggling. And the thing is, they're not taking very many shots at all. They've only taken 12 shots, made 3 of them. That's it. So, very low numbers.
And can they make the adjustments against the 2-3 zone? Defiance has played that 2-3 zone quite a bit. And you know, anytime you see the 2-3 zone, you're going to see players move into the basketball every time the ball moves. Yep. And Defiance has been quick in doing that.
Absolutely, and they've been able to close that key off. And so what you're doing is you're forcing the Bears into long threes, and they're 0-4 from behind the three-point arc. You know, you make some of those, and it's a 4-point ball game. You know, if you make all of those threes, it's a 4-point ball game we're talking about. So if the shots are going to fall, the defense doesn't really matter if they can get some shots to fall, but they're having trouble getting any shots to fall, and that's where we are at this point in time. They're only shooting 25% from the field, and that's only 3 of 12.
Right now, the Golden Bears' leading scorer is Reese Jackson with 4 points on the night. Aside from that, Connor Shirkey and Connor Lemons with 2 points apiece, and Titus Rower with just 1.
Yeah, and you know, the Bears are 3 of 8 from 2, 0 of 4 from 3, and 3 of 6 from the foul line. They've only got 10 rebounds, 4 offensive, 6 defensive. They have 14 turnovers. And so anytime you have that kind of situation going on, you're going to have a hard time winning any basketball games. You know, and you look at Defiance then the other way, and I'm going to pull this up. Defiance being led by Alex Naton. He's perfect 4 of 4 and a perfect 1 of 1 from the foul line. So he hasn't missed tonight. Nasir Mitchell is got 4 points. He's 2 of 3. Will Lammers has 3 points. He's 1 of 3. And his one was from the 3-point arc. DJ Dobson 1 of 3 points. You know, his was from the behind the arc too. And Defiance is shooting 11 of 21. They're 9 of 14. That's 64% from 2. They're 28% from 3, and they're 1 for 1 from the foul line. They only have 3 rebounds early on, and 2 steals and 5 turnovers. So they're taking care of the basketball, and you know that's the difference. So.
25-9 here at halftime. We'll take another break and come back as we get closer to the start of the second half here on the Golden Bear Sports Network. Back here on the Golden Bear Sports Network, Defiance leads Bryan 25-9 at halftime, and you know, you're hoping that Bryan makes the right adjustments coming out of halftime, and because again, you can't overstate it. Defiance, they've left some points out there, and they've kind of left the door open for Bryan to make a run.
They have. You know, Bears need to do something against that zone, as we've talked about. The press also giving them some trouble, but the zone, you know, the 2-3 zone is definitely having trouble. There's 2 ways to break that. You either have some better play inside at the post position, or you start making some outside shots, and then they go to a man. I think you knock down a couple of 3-point baskets from the outside, and all of a sudden that zone goes to a man-to-man pretty quickly.
Golden Bears have gotten some good looks from the outside, just haven't been able to knock them down.
Exactly. You know, they're 0-4 from behind the arc, and like I said, going into break, you know, you put 12 more points on the board, it's a 4-point ball game. So, you know, Bears need to figure something out.
Throw in those 3 free throws. Remember, they're only 3 for 6 from the free throw line. This could be a whole much different ball.
Absolutely. And, you know, I really think that once they start to get some of those outside shots going, if they can get some of those outside shots going, that will change the whole complexion of the game. Because once Defiance pulls that zone off, I think this team has a better shot. You know, I think right now it's the zone that's really stifling their offense. I mean, when you only make, you know, you only take 8 shots in the whole, 12 shots in the entire first half of basketball game, that's just not a good situation.
I believe Bryan will have the first possession of the second half. Defiance had it last. 2 teams will switch sides. For those of you listening to us on the Q96.5, the Golden Bears will now be going from right to left on your radio dial. Do have an update for you. Hicksville currently leading Stryker 22-18 at halftime. Of course, Stryker Panthers, our good friend Andy Briggle, who's not too far away from us here in the booth, he covered a Stryker game last night. That was Stryker girls against Eden. That was at Eden, by the way. Eden, of course, is Brandon Fisher's alma mater. Remember listening to us in the high school games, Chris, he kept asking you for Eden scores every single week.
Yep, he did.
Kick feed inside, and Titus Rower does not disappoint. Boy, the Golden Bears needed that.
Absolutely. And
they'll get some full court pressure on. Dobson still not across the timeline. Now they get it across. Extra feed. Goings got the roll.
Yeah, contested shot, though.
Zuber, extra pass. Golden Bears will try to get something against that zone. They got a quick bucket on the last possession. Connor Arthur, good awareness to know where he is on the court after that pass.
Yeah, it was close, wasn't it?
It sure was.
Somebody's got to be not afraid to take a three.
Zuber for three, knocks it down.
What I'm saying right there.
You mentioned before, if they can knock down a few more of those, this is a different ball game.
Absolutely.
Full court pressure again. Now they get it across. Pull-up jumper, Lammers. Loose ball, offensive board, Nathan. Feed inside to Goings, loose ball, who's got it? Jump ball, that'll keep it with
I'll
the
stay
Bulldogs.
right here, yep.
So an elongated possession. Can the Golden Bears get a stop out of this? Already had an offensive rebound and a jump ball. They work it over to Seeley. Dobson, the drive, late pass, and a good decision. Nathan puts it home.
Nate now with 11 of Defiance's points.
He's the only player in double figures so far. Arthur got a chance if he hurries, in off the glass. Connor Arthur on the board for the first time in this game. Buckets on 3 straight possessions for the Golden Bears to start this second half. But Defiance has had no trouble at all beating the pressure. Tough shot, won't go. Loose ball, offensive board again, Lammers. Loose ball out of bounds, Bryan Ball. Well, up until then, it was just a question of could the Golden Bears get a stop, and they finally do.
Yeah, and by the way, the starters back in for Bryan: Arthur, Lamberson, Shirky, Rohr, and Zuber. On the other side for Defiance, Dobson, Lammers, Steele, Goings, and Nate.
13-point deficit. Feed to Rohr. Going to the glass, and he's going to the line. That was close. Looked like maybe it could have gone either way.
That'll be on Steele.
But instead, the Golden Bears draw the foul.
Steele now with 2 fouls.
First free throw good for Titus Rohr. And Rohr's 2 for 2. Well, the Golden Bears have scored on every possession so far. Finally able to get a stop on the last Defiance possession. Can they get another one? We're going to get a blocking foul here, and immediately they point to Titus Rohr.
And that's 2 for Rohr.
First team foul against the Bears this half. And Seeley will put it in. Long inbound to Goings. And he's fouled on the shot. Cannon Lamberson came in from behind.
That'll be 2 on Lamberson, too. And quickly, it's 2 quick fouls here, and that'll put Goings at the line.
And the first one rattles home. Goings with 5 points so far in the game. They'll try to extend that. 12-point lead for the Bulldogs. And it'll swell to 13.
And Kirk Lehman wants to chat about it because now that 16-point lead at halftime, deficit's now 13, was down to 11 before those last couple of foul shots. So, you know, Bears trying to keep their heads in this one.
They've scored on every possession so far of the second half. The only question is, can they get the stops defensively? They've only done that once here.
Right, exactly. You know, you get a 3 knockdown, and then you come back here and they break the press. They got a guy camped out on the left block. He comes inside, grabs the the ball, puts up a shot, and a lot of times if it's contested, it's not contested very much, and so it's just been an easy bucket. So we're trading buckets, and eventually we're going to have to get more stops and more buckets.
The timeout allows the Bulldogs to put their press on. Arthur double. Got to get out of it. In a heap of trouble. And that's out of bounds. And they're going to discuss this because that might have gone out on Seeley, and it did. Really not much discussion in the end at all.
I thought they thought maybe there was a timeout called by Bryan, but there wasn't.
Connor Arthur will try to get it across the timeline. His pass stolen by Dobson. Cross-court feed and a foul and a bucket for Will Lammers. And stretches the lead back out to 5.
Fouls on Arthur.
And for Arthur, that's his first. First free throw good. Free throw good for Lammers. He's got 6. Adam Queen back in the game.
Now you're back up to 16 points. So all that good work early on the quarter is you've got nothing really to show
Off
for.
the hands of Queen. There's miscommunication on that pass, and now the ball's tipped. And that's a jump ball. That's going to give it back to the Golden Bears. That was very nearly back-to-back turnovers by the Bears. They get that press again.
How does stay in there and get the foul?
Here's Lemons, puts it in.
Nice move by Connor.
So back to a 14-point game, and now the Bears will put on their press. Lammers, the feed, Goings, got it.
That's the reason he's the high scorer. He's got 8 right now. He had some early foul trouble. I'm telling you what, right now you keep it going, and you go right into those guys, and that's going to be a blocking foul if you do that right.
Instead, the Golden Bears work it outside the perimeter against the zone. Shirky was thinking about it. Only one made 3 in the game for Bryan. That 3 belongs to Caleb Zuber.
He's out there again.
Back around the perimeter. Got a couple open guys on the other side. There's Shirky. Extra pass to Zuber. Off the hands of Jackson and out of bounds. I tell you what, I'm not sure that didn't go off the hand of Nate. He was very close. Must have pulled his hand back at the last second. That's another turnover on the Bears. Now had 2 turnovers on the last 2 possessions. They trail 16. Here's a 3 from the wing. It is no good, and that's off the hands of Shirky and out of bounds. A substitution here. This is Nasser Mitchell. Get it into Goings, trying to make his move. Gets it to fall.
Now he's in double figures.
He's able to get separation. I think that was Connor Lemons who was on him. That's nearly stolen. Dobson had a shot at it. Queen off the fake. Floater high off the glass and good. And Adam Queen is on the board for the first time tonight.
Nice job going high off the glass. Nice head fake. Good all-around possession for the Bears.
Here's Dobson. Open is Mitchell. Lammers steps. And back to the Bears. Downside for the Bears on that is the stoppage in play allows the Bulldogs to get their press set up. Lob ahead for Shirky. Takes the shot, no. Offensive board and the putback by Queen. Back-to-back buckets, Adam Queen. And second chance points were lacking for most of this game for the Bears. Goings leaves it short. And that's an over-the-back foul. Looks like Vanderhorst. Nope, that's James Seeley, and that's his third. But again, the stoppage in play allows Defiance to get their press set up. Austin Dean will check in. He gives Shirky a breather. 38-24. Well, here in the third quarter, the Bears have already topped their first half score. At 9 at the end of halftime, they've had 15 here in the third. Here's a three by Zuber. In and out. Jackson the board. He puts it in and a foul. Reese Jackson. A resilient play to get himself to the line.
He did a nice job there. You know, sometimes with the tall lankiness, not able to have just a physical presence, but that time that was finesse.
Three-point play completed by Jackson. And it's an 11-point deficit. Bears have been down by as many as 18. Dobson trying to make his move, loses the ball, and it's Queen who's got it. I'm not sure that was really forced. I think he just lost the handle. Zuber to the top of the key. Pull-up jumper. Lemons knocks it down.
Now it's a 9-point game, and Kirk Lehman wants a timeout. This place better get loud.
Full timeout called by Lehman rather. We'll take it with him on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
Some people say that Bob Stanton and Santa might be the same guy.
Just like Santa, Bob makes people really happy when he hands them the keys to their new Ford car or truck.
Both are jolly guys who love kids and cookies. Plus, when was the last time you saw Bob and Santa in the same place at the same time?
He's got a point.
If a new Ford or Lincoln is in your holiday plans, come see Santa, Bob Sand at Bryan Ford Lincoln.
Was just a matter of, can you get some shots to fall? Can you get some stops? And the Golden Bears are working their way back in this thing. They had 9 points at halftime. They've got 20 in this quarter alone.
Yeah, and you know what's interesting is they were down 16. They got it all the way to 11, and then Defiance threw that foul in a three-point play and another bucket. They got it down, back up to 16, and now the Bears have been resilient and cut it back to 8. And I got Defiance on their heels a little bit.
Again, in the first half, Defiance definitely left some points out there, left the door open for the Golden Bears to make a run, and the Golden Bears are right back in the thick of this. Down 9. This is Dobson with the ball. Dean guards him.
5-second call.
It is a 5-second call. Dobson never gave the ball up.
8 turnovers now for Defiance.
That was a heck of a job by Austin Dean, staying on him the whole way
absolutely.
through. There's that 2-3 zone again. Got Jackson in the middle. They get it to him. His jumper just doesn't fall. Good hustle play by Lemons, and a foul. And Lemons will go to the line. They get Vanderhorst for that one.
Yep, his first, team fourth.
Another offensive rebound for the Bears. They've had, I believe, one of those in 2 of the last 3 possessions.
Yeah, they have 9 of those now. They had like maybe 2 at the half.
Huge free throw there for Lemons. And one more coming. 1:40 to go here in this third quarter. Just gets it to fall. Shooter's touch for Connor Lemons. And it's a 7-point game as the Bears set up their press. Loose ball, and Dobson turns it over again.
Another turnover.
Was that Dean guarding him again?
It is Dean guarding him again.
Heck of a defensive job by Dean. He doesn't have any points on the board. He's playing some pretty good defense.
Yeah, that's 9 turnovers now for Defiance. And, you know, Dean was there, and so was Lemons.
Dean, the feed inside for Lemons. Queen will pull up. Too strong. Who's got it? We got a foul.
Number 12 for Defiance. Vanderhorst was just holding Connor Lemons.
He was about to go after that loose ball.
He was just all over Lemons. I'm glad they whistled that one.
So another extra possession for the Bears. Adam Queen to inbound. Zuber back in the game. Queen finally gets it in to Lemons.
Tell you what, Zuber, look for Zuber on the right wing right there.
He's open, they get it to him. And he gets it back outside to Dean.
He'll set back up. Gonna go around him again.
Lemons on the block, makes his move. Check that, that's Jackson, and it was touched last by the Bulldogs. Nathan might have gotten a hand on that one. Clock is down to 1:01 here in the third quarter. What a fun finish we've got in store in this one. Inbound to Zuber. Back to him, around to Queen.
Tell you what, look for him. He's got to put that up.
Zuber for three. Got it! Nothing but net for Zuber.
Zuber now with 6.
And we got a 2-possession game here in Bryan. What a fun finish we got in store.
And the Big Mo is now on Bryan's side.
Goings backing in, got it.
He is just tough underneath the bucket. He is all man underneath the bucket.
That's 12 points for Goings. Back to Dean. The Bears continue to move the ball around the perimeter. Dean likely going to hold for the final shot of the quarter. Now he starts his dribble. He'll reset. Over to Queen. It's down to 5. Here's Zuber. He'll take the shot. Short. Lemons. The putback is good. Oh! Connor Lemons. Well, I tell you what, the offensive rebounding has gone way up here in the second half for the Golden Bears.
Absolutely. They now have 11 offensive rebounds.
And there's not going to be anybody around the paint while Lemons takes this free throw because it's the end of the quarter. And he can't put it in. That would have made it a 3-point game. The Golden Bears, they've climbed their way back in this thing, though. Down 4 as we go to the fourth. Back after this on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
The hands-on training and education at Northwest State opens doors for good paying career opportunities with great local manufacturers. That helps me, my family, and my community.
For over 40 years, Bryan, Ohio has been home to the only import vehicle repair specialist in Northwest Ohio, Suburban Auto. Whether it's an Asian or European vehicle, Suburban has the knowledge and experience to keep your import or domestic car running strong. Do you have a hybrid vehicle that's acting up? Suburban is your one-stop hybrid repair shop. Don't be fooled by the one-size-fits-all repair shops. There is no substitute for experience. Come see the import repair pros, Suburban Auto.
And the Golden Bears trail 40-36 at the end of the third quarter. They had only 9 points at the end of the first half, but they have turned it up in the third quarter.
Yeah, they outscored Defiance 27-15 in that third quarter.
One more quarter of basketball, possibly overtime here from Bryan High School. We'll wait and see.
Now the Bears need to keep it up here in this fourth quarter. They cannot allow Defiance to get on a run.
Right now we've got a sub coming in. That's Titus Rower.
I think
Brandon
Connor
Fisher.
Lemons had some blood issues.
Brandon Fisher gets him on the court.
I think he had a bleeding or something.
Into Dobson. He's guarded by Dean. Dean trying to stay on him. Good job getting through the screen there.
Yeah, he's been a great defensive effort today.
Vanderhorst on the drive to the baseline. Counted and a foul. As Defiance tries to gain back some momentum.
It's going to be on Jackson. That'll be his first. Now, you know, I think Adam Queen was playing some good defense down there. The one thing I wish he would have done is maybe flop a little bit. Vanderhorst was leading with his elbow, and I think if the official had seen that, I think that would have been a foul, offensive foul.
Instead, it's a 7-point lead for the Bulldogs. Double team comes on Dean. Yeah, Jackson there to get it to him. Loose ball. Rohr lost it. Able to get it away before falling to the ground to avoid the traveling call. Dean directing traffic. Jackson gets inside. Floater, can't get the roll. 6'7" Reese Jackson trying to use his height to elevate above everyone, but couldn't get it to fall. Now can the Bears get a stop? Here's Vanderhorst. Pull-up jumper. It's short. And a foul called right as the ball hit the rim, and it's on Defiance.
That's going to be on, that is going to be on Goings, and that's going to be 3 on him.
I don't think Goings had committed a foul throughout the entire third quarter, but now he's in foul trouble as we get down the stretch.
He's got 12 points on the night, and that's the 7th team foul.
So 1-on-1 coming up. This is Titus Rohr at the line. First one just able to fall. Fortunate bounce for Titus Rohr. And the second one does not fall. Down to a 6-point lead, long outlet, and Nathan puts it in. It's the lead up to 8 for the Bulldogs, and Nathan with 13 points in this game. Zuber will try a triple. Got it!
That one wasn't as pretty as the last one, but they still got his 3 points.
That shot might have been altered, it looked like, but he still knocked it down, and it's a 5-point game. That's the first made field goal of the half, of the quarter rather, for the Golden Bears.
Bears now 3 of 9 from 3-point land. All Zuber.
Kick back to the top of the key. Dobson. That might have been an elbow. They didn't call it. Nathan backing in. Tough shot. Off glass and good.
I'll tell you what, I don't think there's a better player on Defiance than Nathan right underneath the basket. He has great presence, and
Brandon Fisher will call a timeout.
Yeah, Bryan's going to call a timeout as it goes up. It's going to be a full timeout. Why don't we take it with them? 6:04 remaining, fourth quarter. Bulldogs 47, Bears 40 on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
There comes a time when every family is faced with the difficult choice of aftercare for a family companion. In the past, your choices were limited to burial or cremation. Now there's a better option, Aquamation. It's a gentle, more responsible alternative that allows you to honor the loss of your companion without harming the environment. Aquamation is a simple process similar to Mother Nature's own that allows the family to retain more of their companion's remains. To find out more, call or stop by Creel Funeral Service today.
Well, back here in Bryan, it is 47-40. Bulldogs leading the Bears. Golden Bears able to climb their way back into this one. They've cut it down to as little as 4 after trailing by as many as 18.
Yeah, they've done a great job in the third and fourth quarter. Now they just need to not give Defiance such easy shots. That's the issue we're having right now, is Defiance is able to get really easy shots.
I tell you what, the Golden Bears have six players on the floor right now, but that's going to change. Jackson off the bench. One thing that's made a huge difference in this game is the defense of Austin Dean guarding DJ Dobson the whole way.
Absolutely.
Here's Lemons to the glass. Got it. Tough shot for Lemons. He's got 12. He's the only Golden Bear in double figures thus far. Down to a 5-point game. There's Dobson, the feed inside to Nathan. Trying to make his move on Lemons. Nathan backing in, makes a move. Got it with the left hand.
Nathan now with 17. See what I'm saying? You get him under the basket, he doesn't miss very often.
Knocked away, out of bounds, Bears ball. That was Dobson. Maybe send a message to Austin Dean there. Hey, you've done such a good job defending me. I'm going to take one away from you. Almost happened, but it didn't. Zuber around the perimeter. Over to Queen. Queen, I thought he was going to lose his footing there. He almost did. Queen around the perimeter. Back to Queen, pull-up jumper, got it!
The long-range jumper.
Adam Queen with 6 in the game. There's Dobson again. Vanderhorst against Queen, feeds it off. And there's Nathan again, and a foul. Now that's going to be the 15th foul against the Golden Bears, so no free throws at this point.
That'll be on Lemons. That's 2 for him.
Dobson to put it in play. Gets it in. Nathan left alone.
Can't do that. That was bad defense right there. The kid already doesn't miss. You got to contest those.
Here's Queen. Gives it up to Dean. Queen had a screen. Now pull-up jumper. Tough shot, and it goes. Caleb Zuber.
Zuber now in double figures with 11, and that was tough.
Golden Bears have gotten some tough jumpers to fall here in the second half, and a foul.
That's going to be on Lemons again.
Oh, Lemons was going for the pickpocket. That's going to be his third. And now he may be coming out, and he is, as Jackson and Shirky enter into the game.
Queen is also coming out for a well-deserved breather.
Backing in, Nathan, not this time. Bears double-teamed him that time, and he couldn't get it to fall. Here's Shirky. He's got Rower posting up, loose ball, and a foul.
We'll take that one.
That's going to put Reese Jackson at the line for 1-1.
That's Mitchell's third.
Mitchell's now one of 3 Bulldogs with 3 fouls in the game. And he goes to the bench. Here's Reese Jackson for the 1-1. In and out on the first one. Well, every free throw crucial down the stretch of the ball game. Here's Dobson with Dean on him again. He's just fighting through that screen. That's miscommunication. A turnover by the Bulldogs. Shirky the feed inside for Rower, trying to get position. And off the hands of Zuber. Well, I guarantee he's going to want that one back.
Lammers had a touch last, and then Zuber, I don't know what he was thinking there, just kind of tipped it out.
Here's Dobson across the timeline again. Appear to be coming down to the wire here in Bryan. Goings trying to make his move. Can't get it to fall. Jackson the board. Here's Shirky with it. Slows down out to Rower.
Needs help.
He finally got it from Austin Dean. And here's Shirky. He'll reset for the Golden Bears. Less than 3 minutes to go. What kind of finish do we have in store here in Bryan? Out to Jackson. He tries to get inside. Leading in. Can't get it to fall. Poked away from behind, but to the wrong guy. Austin Dean. Scrappy defense.
Now Defiance is going to work on bleeding some clock off.
Off the hand of Vanderhorst. And that's a foul on Dean.
That's Dean's second foul. That'll put the Bulldogs in the bonus.
This is Dobson shooting the 1-1. It's a 5-point game as it stands.
Dobson's first attempt to the line tonight.
He's got 3 points total. Left it short. Jackson had it. And now Shirky's got it. But he's double teamed. And Well, that was 2 players on the same team fighting for the basketball. That could have been disastrous. Dean, he traveled. Well, turnover is the last thing the Golden Bears need here. And Dean, he has played some great defense tonight.
Yes.
He's got to be frustrated with himself.
He plays defense, but he also does a nice job of directing traffic. He's got good court vision.
Hey, you watch him play, he just seems like a floor general telling everybody where to go. And that's going to be a foul on Zuber. So now Vanderhorst will go back to the line.
Vanderhorst, the theater major, will head back to the line.
Theater major.
Yeah, he sold that one to the official.
There's one I haven't heard. I know what you meant by it, but... And he left it short, but an offensive board by Goings. And now the Bulldogs can continue to bleed some clock. They've got Nathan posting up down low. Zuber, I believe, is guarding him. No, that's Jackson. And a timeout.
Yep.
Check that, it was Zuber who was guarding him down low. Jackson brought the double team, and that was what prompted Kirk Lehman to call time. It's going to be a full timeout. We'll take it with them on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
They say there is strength in numbers. In Bryan, we have always taken pride in supporting our Golden Bear student athletes in all of their sporting endeavors. The Bryan Athletic Boosters now have a chance for you to get into the game. If you're Bryan proud, it's time to become Bryan strong. Whether you were a BHS athlete, are raising a BHS athlete, or just love supporting our Bryan High School athlete, this is your chance to be part of the BHS sporting community. Talk to any board member today on how easy it is to join, or contact us at 419-636-4536.
Well, you can bet that Defiance is probably going to be looking to bleed the clock here. They lead at 51-46 on your main stop scoreboard with less than 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, they are going to be doing that. You know, it was up as money as 16, and now it's down to 5, and the Bears need a stop. The Bears need some points.
Bears only scored 9 points in the entire first half. I believe they scored 29 in the second half.
Yep. Be nice if the Bears could disrupt this inbound pass.
Imagine they'll look to force a turnover. Inbound to Dobson just behind the half-court line. Dobson double-teamed. Here's Lammers. Back over to Dobson. Vanderhorst works it back outside. Less than a minute and a half to go. Queen going for the steal. Had his hands on it. Feet inside. Nathan. He traveled.
Yep.
That is huge.
That's a good call. That's the 10th turnover for Defiance. Bears have 16 or 17, excuse me.
Shirky will bring it down the floor. He gets double teamed. Outside Zuber for 3. That's short. And an air ball. Right back to Defiance.
That was the rare bad miss by Zuber.
He's hit 3 triples tonight. 3 for 5, if I'm not mistaken, and there's a foul.
They call that on Queen. That's his second. Really doesn't matter. What matters right now is that they're in the bonus.
So Lammers will head to the line. He's only been to the line once in this game. That was a 3-point play.
Yeah, he is 1 of 1 from the foul shot. Free throw line, I mean.
Free throw on its way. It's good.
Nothing but net for him.
Golden Bears still not out of it yet, but that made free throw does put some pressure on it.
Yep.
His second one just rattles in.
Bulldogs going to call another timeout. Both teams in the bonus.
We'll keep it with you for this one. Well, the Golden Bears, they're going to need a bucket quick. Doesn't necessarily have to be a three, but they're going to need to get something quick on this next possession with just a minute to go.
They absolutely are. You know, down 7, they're going to have to get something quick. They're going to have to foul, hope for some missed shots. Now you want to get some shots, extend the game. Get some shots, extend the game. That's all you can do at this point. But I tell you what, even if they come in on the losing end of things, to come back after scoring only 9 points in the first half and putting 37 up after that is an impressive feat against this Defiance team for sure.
They were down 4 at the end of the third quarter. They were down 16 at the end of the first half.
By the way, this is Bryan High School basketball on the Golden Bear Sports Network, BMU Channel 3, BryanSports.com, and WQCT Bryan.
It's Connor Shirkey matched up against Dobson. Around the screen from Jackson. That's nearly knocked away from Zuber. Shirkey inside, surrounded. Jackson will pull up and gets it to go. Big bucket there for Reese Jackson.
Bryan will call another timeout with 41.5 left.
In case you're wondering, got a final from that Hicksville Striker game. Hicksville wins it 55-47. But here in Bryan, we'll take a quick 30-second break on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
BMU high-speed internet is now cheaper than ever. Now just $30 a month. That's $100 a year in savings. Get it with BMU Extended Basic Cable for all your sports, movies, and reality shows. Plus local programming, including high school sports and community events. Not to mention a local help desk and support team for when you need them. Now for the fine print. We don't have any. No contracts or hidden fees. Call BMU today at 419-633-6100 or visit us on the web at cityofbryan.net. Back out at Bryan. Let's take a look at some scores from around the region. Sonora over Patrick Henry in the fourth quarter. This is boys game, 44-30. It's Napoleon down to Wasion, 59-47. That is also fourth quarter. And Archbold beat Holgate 72-36. Liberty Center over Eden 60-46. It was Crestview over Edgerton 61-35. And again, you gave that Hicksville Striker score as well.
The Golden Bears down here 53-48. They'll set up their full court press. Just 41.5 seconds to play. They'll need a turnover and a quick bucket afterwards. They don't get the turnover right away, but there's a foul on Queen. He didn't have a whole lot of time to waste.
He really didn't actually foul him either. He came up to him like he was going to foul, and the guy pulled the ball away, and he whistled the foul. There was no contact made.
That's going to send Lammers back to the line. He was 2 for 2 on his last trip, which was just a moment ago.
That's the 10th foul, so it's going to be 2 regardless.
This is the first one. Well, there again, they leave the door open for the Golden Bears to work their way back into this thing. Well, I say they're back in, work their way back into it as if they're out of it. They're not out of it yet. Second one. That one's good. It's 9 points for Lammers.
Have to get a quick bucket here, down 6.
Here's Shirkey with the ball. Dobson on him. Finds Jackson. Gets it to go. And now Jackson in double figures with 11. It's a 4-point game. Golden Bears are going to have to foul. They do.
And it could be anybody. They're going to give it to Lemons, though.
And it was Colin Motes who was fouled. And for Lemons, that's his 4th. This is going to be Colin Motes. His first free throw attempts of this game. First one good, though.
That makes it tougher.
Second one is good, too.
That makes it even tougher.
Golden Bears may not necessarily need a 3, but they need a quick bucket. Here's Shirkey. Pulls up in the paint and hits. And you wonder, Where have those kind of shots been all game long? Shirky did that like a science.
Well, and the other thing is, Defiance is playing some soft D. It's like when you're in football and you're in the prevent D. You know what I mean?
Right, exactly. There's a lot more open space.
There is a lot more open space. They're just trying to not give up a three. They're trying to not give up a really easy shot, but they're also not trying to get a foul because if they're in the bonus. If you foul him, he's going to go to the line with a chance to earn points with no clock running. And so you just play this soft D, and the Bears can pick it apart. Now the problem is they inbound here now, and you got another foul and there more shots. What they need to do is steal an inbound pass right here, and then you put up another quick one and see what happens.
Just 15.8 seconds left in the game.
5-second call here would be stellar.
It's going to be Vanderhorst to put it in play. He can run along the baseline. Is that a foul away from the ball? They got it on Shirky.
Are you kidding me? I don't think so. I have no idea what he was doing.
I didn't see much contact there from Shirky.
No idea.
Well, that's the second foul on Shirky. There's DJ Dobson to shoot 2 free throws. This is double bonus. Misses the first one.
Well, you know what the good news was with that foul? The clock never ran to move it down here.
Absolutely.
I know it sounds silly, but they missed this here, and you've got probably 5 extra seconds you didn't have. So after you get over the initial anger, makes sense.
And he's 1 for 2 as Dobson on that trip. Timeout. It's a full timeout. We'll take it with him on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
It's been said a million times, there's nothing in the world more important than family. We understand that at Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory. Our entire staff is like family to us. They are some of the most caring, thoughtful, and dedicated people in our industry. In fact, our newest members are part of my family. When the time comes for your family to say goodbye, remember our family, Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, in Bryan, Sherwood, West Unity, and Hamilton.
It's pretty obvious that there is a huge inventory of trailers at Jason Deach Trailer Sales in Edgerton. But what you can't see is how many parts they have available. Axles, brakes, doors, fenders, hitches, hinges, electrical, lighting, suspensions, tie-downs, toolboxes, tires, and wheels. If it's a part you need for your trailer, you can get it online or in person at Jason Deach Trailer Sales on the east side of Edgerton. Back here in Bryan, 57-52. Golden Bears with the ball down 5. Only 15.8 seconds to go. They're going to need a quick bucket here. Here's Shirky getting it across the timeline. He'll drive. Now backs it out, puts up the 3. That's an air ball. It's out of bounds. Last touched by the Bulldogs. So Adam Queen will inbound, and the Bears are going to have to get off a real quick shot here. Here's Zuber for 3. Left it short. Offensive board, he'll try again, and that's a miss. And we get a foul with only 1.1 second left, so it's pretty much moot point by now. But it will send the Bears to the line.
Yep. I don't know who they called. I called it on Nate, and that was his first.
First free throw is good by Lemons. Cuts the deficit down to 4. That's where it was at the end of the third quarter. .53 on your main stop scoreboard. And the second one rims out, which might have been intentional, but the game is now over.
I tell you what, after that first half of play, to finish this game 57-53 is a really, really amazing thing for the Golden Bears, and no shame in that. So let's take our quick timeout. We'll try to see if we can get Coach to chat with us and get some final stats after this on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
Here at the Williams County Veteran Service Office, our mission is plain and simple. We are here to serve our local Williams County veterans and their dependents. We are staffed with trained service officers who have the compassion and understanding to assist their fellow veterans in obtaining all federal and state benefits that they have earned. Additionally, we provide emergency financial assistance and transportation to VA medical centers. So if you're a veteran or a dependent of a veteran, stop in today and see how we can help you at the Williams County Veterans Service Office.
Some people say that Bob Stanton and Santa might be the same guy.
Just like Santa, Bob makes people really happy when he hands them the keys to their new Ford car or truck.
Both are jolly guys who love kids and cookies. Plus, when was the last time you saw Bob and Santa in the same place at the same time?
He's got a point.
If a new Ford or Lincoln is in your holiday plans, come see Santa, Bob Stan at Bryan Ford Lincoln.
For over 40 years, Bryan, Ohio has been home to the only import vehicle repair specialist in Northwest Ohio, Suburban Auto. Whether it's an Asian or European vehicle, Suburban has the knowledge and experience to keep your import or domestic car running strong. Do you have a hybrid vehicle that's acting up? Suburban is your one-stop hybrid repair shop. Don't be fooled by the one-size-fits-all repair shops. There is no substitute for experience. Come see the import repair pros, Suburban Auto.
When Cameron's family came to us with a plea for help, we put our minds and our hearts into creating a solution. Selfless teamwork made the impossible possible. NSCC really is the heart of education.
As the baby boomer generation tires of traditional send-offs, funerals are becoming increasingly more personalized. People are pre-planning their own remembrance gathering. Pre-planning is easy and will pay off both emotionally and financially for you and your family. Plus allows you more control over your last hurrah. At Krill Funeral Service, we're not just funeral directors. We are experts at helping hearts heal.
Tonight's broadcast of Golden Bear Sports is proudly streamed by BMU Cable and High-Speed Internet. BMU is your hometown local provider for digital HD cable and high-speed internet. Call BMU today at 419-633-6100 or visit us on the web at cityofbryan.net. Go Bears from all of us at BMU.
Back out on the Golden Bears Sports Network, your final score 57-53. The boys of Bryan down to the boys of Defiance, 57-53. Let's take a look at some stats from both teams. First, for the Defiance Bulldogs, they were 56% from the field, 22 of 39. They were 64% from two-point land, 20 of 31, 2 of 8 from 3, 11 of 15 from the foul line. They had 8 rebounds, 3 offensive, 5 defensive, 3 steals, 10 turnovers. Leading scorer is Alex Nayton, 19 points. He was 9 of 11 from the field and 1 of 1 from the line. Tyrell Goings had 12 points, 5 of 9 from the field, 2 of 2 from the one. Will Lammers, 9 points, 2 of 5 from the field, and 4 of 5 from the foul line. Jack Vanderhorst had 5 points, 2 of 6 from the field, 1 of 2 from the line. DJ Dobson, 4 points, 1 of 3 and 1 of 3 from the foul line. Nasir Mitchell had 4 points, 2 from the field goal, 2 of 3 from the line. And James Seal had 2 points. Colin Motes also with 2 points. Meanwhile, the Bryan Golden Bears basketball team, they shot 52% from the field, 20 of 38. That is a marked improvement. Leading score, actually 17 of 27 from 2, 3 of 11 from 3, 10 of 17 from the foul line. They had 11 offensive rebounds, 9 defensive rebounds, 20 total rebounds, 17 turnovers. Leading scorer was Connor Lemons, 5 of 6 from the field, 3 of 7 from the foul line. Caleb Zuber had 11 points, 4 of 10 from the field. Reese Jackson, 11 points, 4 of 7 from the field, and 3 of 4 from the foul line. Adam Queen had 6 points. He was 3 of 4 from the field. Titus Rohr, 6 points, 1 of 4 from the field, and 4 of 6 from the foul line. Connor Shirky had 4 points, 2 of 5 from the field, and Connor Arthur had 2 points, 1 of 2 from the field. So let's see, the scoring opened up for the Golden Bears. They lost the first quarter by a score of 18-6. Then Defiance added on another 7 points to make it 25-9 at the half. But then Bryan went out and outscored Defiance 27-15. in the third quarter. So a big third quarter for the Defiance, or the Bears against Defiance, and then in the fourth quarter, a 17-17 tie. That would make it 57-53. Going to take another timeout. When we come back, hopefully we'll have our coaches interview after this on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
BMU high-speed internet is now cheaper than ever. Now just $30 a month. That's $100 a year in savings. Get it with BMU Extended Basic Cable for all your sports, movies, and reality shows. Plus local programming, including high school sports and community events. Not to mention a local help desk and support team for when you need them. Now for the fine print. We don't have any. No contracts or hidden fees. Call BMU today at 419-633-6100 or visit us on the web at cityofbryan.net.
It's been said a million times, there's nothing in the world more important than family. We understand that at Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory. Our entire staff is like family to us. They are some of the most caring, thoughtful, and dedicated people in our industry. In fact, our newest members are part of my family. When the time comes for your family to say goodbye, remember our family, Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, in Bryan, Sherwood, West Unity, and Hamilton.
Last year, over 390 people in Ohio were killed because someone chose to get behind the wheel impaired. This is Lieutenant Bob Ashenfelder of the Ohio State Highway Patrol's Defiance Post. As part of the patrol's ongoing effort to contribute to a safer Ohio, troopers will continue an increased focus on impaired driving arrests in 2018. But we can't fight this battle on our own. We need your commitment to plan ahead by designating a sober driver or call for a ride. If you drink, don't drive.
It's pretty obvious that there is a huge inventory of trailers at Jason Deach Trailer Sales in Edgerton. But what you can't see is how many parts they have available. Axles, brakes, doors, fenders, hitches, hinges, electrical, lighting, suspensions, tie-downs, toolboxes, tires, and wheels. If it's a part you need for your trailer, you can get it online or in person at Jason Deach Trailer Sales on the east side of Edgerton.
Here at the Williams County Veterans Service Office, our mission is plain and simple. We are here to serve our local Williams County veterans and their dependents. We are staffed with trained service officers who have the compassion and understanding to assist their fellow veterans in obtaining all federal and state benefits that they have earned. Additionally, we provide emergency financial assistance and transportation to VA medical centers. So if you're a veteran or a dependent of a veteran, stop in today and see how we can help you at the Williams County Veterans Service Office.
For over 40 years, Bryan, Ohio has been home to the only import vehicle repair specialist in Northwest Ohio, Suburban Auto. Whether it's an Asian or European vehicle, Suburban has the knowledge and experience to keep your import or domestic car running strong. Do you have a hybrid vehicle that's acting up? Suburban is your one-stop hybrid repair shop. Don't be fooled by the one-size-fits-all repair shops. There is no substitute for experience. Come see the import repair pros, Suburban Auto.
The academic advisors at Northwest State are here to help you develop and stick with a great education plan so you can get where you want to go. All roads begin at Northwest State.
The hands-on training and education at Northwest State opens doors for good paying career opportunities with great local manufacturers. That helps me, my family, and my community.
At Krill Funeral Service, we are professionals with the sincere desire to reward every family who have placed their trust and confidence in us by being attentive to every detail, displaying the highest level of courtesy and compassion, and providing the greatest measure of respect for their wishes. As remembrance planners, our goal is to help families find joy in the way they choose to remember, honor, and celebrate the wonderful life of their loved one. Krill Funeral Service, we are experts at helping hearts heal.
57-53, your final score. The Defiance Bulldogs defeat the Bryan Bears here at home. And good game, good effort by the Bears, especially coming back in that second half to outscore Defiance and bring that 25-point or 25-9 lead at the half to a 57-53 at the end of the game. We're trying to get Coach, but spending a little extra time with the team, Thad. Not out here yet.
You know, can only imagine what's being said in that locker room. Probably giving his guys credit for fighting back the way they did, because in the first half, only 9 points, but they certainly made a heck of an effort to get back in this thing, get it down to 4 points, but unfortunately that was as close as they got it.
Yeah, so, you know, the Bears going to lose this one and have to regroup just a little bit and, you know, have to pick it up for the next one.
The next game's going to be Friday night against Bath. We'll be back here for that game in just a matter of well, almost a week, but not quite. But again, it's this coming Friday.
Yep, absolutely. So that's I think that's gonna do it for us. Still don't see Coach, so we're just gonna let this one ride, and we'll try to get some comments from him at a later point. Okay.
Sounds good.
Let's wrap it up. For all of us at the Golden Bear Sports Network, for Thad Goff and the entire crew, I'm Chris Malenga. Final score, 57 for Defiance, 53 for Bryan. That's a production of BMU TV on the Golden Bear Sports Network. Good night, everybody.